Duelist in the Friendship Cup by J.T.C. Chapter 23, Wicked Rebirth. The crowd collected Carolina High and Crystal Prep students stared silently as the life point mirrors on the display screen both clicked down to 0. The portraits of Flash and Shining lit up the words draw over them. Rainbow gaped. Can that happen? Obviously, it just did, Abstract said. Flash jumped. Well, I thought I had you. You almost did. Shining walked towards him and clapped him on his shoulder. You're definitely a great duelist, Flash. Flash nodded, planted Shining's wrist. You too, obviously. Sunset saw Celestia reach over to take the microphone from Radiant Hope and stand up. I must say, this is an unexpected turn of events. I have seen the occasional tie duel in the past, but I can't recall a Friendship Cup where we've had a tie result for the entire tournament. She shook her head. However, we are prepared for this with a tiebreaker system. Each team of duelists shall select one of their own to play a final tiebreaker duel. These selections will be secret until both teams have decided if we can hold the duel. The crowd began talking amongst themselves. Sunset saw the Crystal Prep team look over at him, and then moved to a huddle on the far side of their bench as Shiny came up to him. Sorry, girls. Flash walked up to the girl and shook his head. Choked on the last play. It's not your fault, Sunset said, giving him a smile. You were on the ropes and made a heck of a comeback. What do we do now? Fluttershy asked. Easy, Rainbow pumped her fist. We pick one of us to kick butt one more time. And who do you suggest we put forth? Rarity replied, folding her arms together. Whee! Pinky called. The group looked at her with various states of surprise. She held up her hands. I had fun, but if you guys want to win this, teams are probably not the way you go. Not me, Fluttershy whispered. Elsack rubbed the back of her neck. I'll give it my best, but I gotta admit, I had trouble keeping up with Sugarcoat. I don't know how I fare against the rest. So it's between us four. Rainbow looked between Rarity, Flash, and Sunset. She put her hand on her chest and smiled. And I'll have no problem going out there being awesome one more time. Rarity waited until Rainbow finished, watching her, and then shook her head. Rainbow, darling, I have no doubt you would be capable of winning this final duel, and I'd like to think I could as well, but we both know it can't be either of us. Sunset paled as Rarity turned to look at her, and the rest of the group doing the same. Me? Sunset? Flash echoed. Rarity's gaze flickered over to Flash. Flash, no offense. You're indeed one of our best. But there's some things going on here that require a multiple explanation we don't have time to divulge at the moment. Sunset turned her head this way. Remember how Twilight Star could talk? Flash's eyes widening. I wasn't imagining that, huh? Nope. This is a bit more intense than a talking dog, isn't it? Yep. Flash sighed gave Sunset a sideways look. Why do I feel like I've been kicked out of the loop on something big? Because you have. Sunset closed up to rub her arm. It wasn't by playing, though. I can explain after this. About Twilight. Me. Everything. For now, we need Sunset to do it one more time, Rarity said gently. Sunset looked down and saw Rarity's hand on her arm. She raised her head to the group. Elzak nodded. You've got the best justice of any of us. Agreed, Fluttershy chimed in. Sunset gently lowered her arm out of Rarity's hand. I don't want to. Rarity's arm fell to her side. Sunset, you saw what I did to Twilight in our first duel, Sunset said. She put her hand to her chest, clenching the fabric. I don't know how or why, but facing Twilight woke up something inside me I didn't know was still there. If I duel her again, what if it comes back out? What if I do something worse with it? There's a chance none of us lands the hands of, Applejack said. Well, what about the rest of us? Apparently we got some kind of power, too, and know even less about it than you do. We could lose control just as easily as you. Even easier, I reckon, since you've got experience with this. Besides, he wrapped her arms around Sunset. We're all here for you, just like we were with Twilight. The one that's actually counting on me. If you start to feel those evil vibes coming on, we know how to talk you down this time. You don't even know you could do that. Sunset grunted in a tight grip, but warmed her way out. None of us know anything, Butterside reminded her. But I think Applejack is right. Now that you know what could happen, you can resist it happening, right? Maybe, Sunset sighed and shook her head. I know you're right. I have to do this. But I don't have to like it. You got this, Sunset, Pinky cheered. We're behind you, and we know you can do it. And we're in the fence to believe in you. What she said, Rainbow said, jerking her thumb at Pinky. And hey, if magic and talking don't work, we'll just tug you to the ground. Usually works when I need someone to chill. Sunset chuckled lightly. Thanks, guys. We'll keep that option on the table, even if it is a joke. Rarity leaned back to look over the huddled crowd prep fence. Now we just need to see who they choose for their representative. Sunset looked at the rival team and swallowed heavily. I have a feeling we already know. We should choose the best duelist amongst us, Starsweep said with a smile. So I assume you're all voting for me. Sugarcoat adjusted her glasses. Clearly, the best hope is to have Sayama do it again. No! Twilight yelped. Shiny frowned with there, Twilight. Twilight's eyes snapped up to his. I just mean, she took a deep breath. You know that thing I kind of been obsessed? It wasn't nothing. Shiny groaned. Twilight! She's not lying, Sunflower clicked in. Those girls have magic. They're using it to cheat. You've gotta be joking. Indigo shook her head. I wish she was. Sunny and I have no memories of our duels, and the recordings of them aren't showing up on our duel disc. Whatever is going on with those girls, we can't remember how they beat us or look it up. Twilight waited for Indigo to finish speaking, drawing Shiny's attention back to her. I know it sounds crazy. Believe me. I feel crazy just for thinking it's even possible, but I can't find any explanation for what is going on. And you just jumped on the idea they have magic? No, they told me themselves. Sunny got out of breath. You're really serious about this, aren't you? Twilight nodded. Junko stepped forward. Twilight knows the most about this. Somehow her memories are infected. Sunny nodded. If we must pick a duelist to face them, we need one who can counter their abilities. Twilight geeked. But I can't do anything like that. But you understand this more than us, Lemon replied. And you can remember the stuff they do with their magic, so you know what to expect. The point is, I don't know. They can change their decks at any time. At least you'll be able to take notice when they do, Sunny said. That's an advantage we can't have, meager as though it may be. Yes, but... She's right. If they got some freaky powers, you're the only one who would know, Indigo said. So we really don't have a choice now, do we? Before Twilight could respond, Sugar and Sour saw slowly past her and raised their heads. The girls parted as Radiant Rope approached them. Girls, I'm sorry for interrupting. Hope looked among them, then down at Twilight. Principal Sombra would like to speak to you, Twilight. Twilight blinked and then scowled. Now he wants to talk to me? Yes. He says it's urgent. Hope gestured with a hand. We shouldn't keep him waiting. Twilight looked up at Shining Armor. He looked back and patted a hand on her shoulder. It's okay, Twilight. Twilight looked up at Hope. She went past the group and up the steps to the parking lot. Twilight followed her to the park limousine, where Hope pulled open the back door to her. Twilight climbed to the back seat and the sword surged behind her. Twilight. Sitting with his hands clasped in his lap, staring forward, Sombra whispered her name in the darkness of the limo. You've been avoiding me, Twilight said, trying to put an end to her voice. I've been letting things play out, Sombra said silently. They played out in ways I was not expecting. Play out? Twilight stared at him, eyes slowly widening. She raised a shaking hand to point out. You know! Wait, no, you've known! How much? Yes. How much? Twilight demanded. At least as much as you do. Perhaps more. Sombra murmured in his throat, fingers tapping. But nearly as not as much as I would prefer. Then explain it to me, Twilight shook her head furiously. This is impossible. Magic is impossible. Impossible. You know what's going on. Tell me the truth. That is the truth, Twilight, Sombra said silently. Sunset's and her friends possess magic that augments their deck. It is no lie, I assure you. This, Twilight set a hand to her face and grimaced, fingers clutching at her head. She let out a frustrated groan. I can't believe you're saying this. What about me? I seem to be the only one who knows. How do I fit into things? You've been a valuable aid in my investigation. Now's the time to bring it to a close. Summer turned his head, green eyes flickering brightly in the darkness. Twilight, listen to me carefully. I was content to watch things unfold and see what developed. But the situation has changed. The duel you're about to face Sunset in is of greater importance to me than this tournament's outcome. They haven't. You know they will choose her, Sombra interrupted, so I know your teammates have chosen you. Am I wrong on that? Twilight shook her head. Good. It is of great importance to me that you prevail in this final duel. There's too much at stake for us to falter. And how do you suggest I do that? Twilight looked away. If she could freely change her deck at any time, How could I prepare for that opponent? You saw what happened in our first duel. Yes, Summer leaned forward. But this will not be the same as that duel. I suggest evening the playing field. Twilight felt a chill going down her back. How? The obvious way. Sombra smiled. You've been a great help to me thus far, Twilight. I feel it's only fair that I repay your assistance. You do wish to defeat Sunset, don't you? Twilight's mouth felt dry as she opened her mouth. The honor of your school, your team, and yourself have been damaged. They must be redeemed. And Sunset must be made to understand she cannot do as she pleases without retribution finding her. One way or the other. Sombra, besides, bored to Twilight as he spoke. I need to know you are capable of this, Twilight. I need you to defeat Sunset Simmer for me. Will you do this for me? Sombra's voice seeped in. Twilight slowly nodded. Yes. Wonderful. Sombra smiled wide and he reached out to pat Twilight on the shoulder. I knew I could count on you. Twilight's head felt faint as Sombra smiled at her eyes gleaming gleam. Yes, Principal. Sombra. Sunset looked down at the principal sitting nearby. You sure she's coming? Hope not. Sombra said he wanted to talk to Twilight before the duel. Sunset rolled her eyes. That's not suspicious or anything. Sunset, Celestia scolded gently. Sombra would never stoop to underhanded methods to win. Why would you even think so? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Sunset muttered under her breath. Hope gestured towards the stairs. She's coming now. Sunset raised her head and saw Twilight descending the field. She took a breath. Sunset, if you'll take your place on the field, we'll begin, Celestia said. Right. Sunset walked out to her position on the grass and looked down at her deck. Here goes nothing. She raised her arm and leaned forward, then paused. Across the field, Twilight held her arms down beside her, head low. Twilight? Sunset's voice. Twilight slowly raised her head and opened her eyes. Students, we've had a friendship cup like no other in recent memory, Hope said over the speakers. With the final score being 3 victories from either school and 1 tie, Carolina High Sunset Shimmer will face Crystal Pet's Twilight Sparkle in the deciding duel. Are both duelists ready? Yes, Sunset whispered, not to hear eyes on Twilight. Twilight shook her head. No. Sunset blinked. What? This venue is inappropriate for a duel like this. Twilight raised her arms, bringing her duel disc in front of her and putting a hand above her deck. I will provide a more suitable environment. Dark energy crackled between Twilight's fingers and her cards, and a purple aura lit up over her. Sunset's heart skipped a beat as a pulse went through the air. She inhaled sharply. No. Eyes glowing dark purple, Twilight thrust her hand out towards Sunset. In a rush, building clouds of darkness erupted from her feet and grew around her field. The hands of students, the primal principals, and Sunset's friends were obscured by the clouds. When they reached behind Sunset, they lit up in light and faded, thunder rolling within them. Sunset looked around, taking a step back. A shadow game. She looked back at Twilight. Twilight, do you even know what you're doing? Absolutely, Twilight replied, lowering her hand. Her eyes slowly pulsed with purple light as she spoke. This is the power of magic, isn't it? Evil magic! Sunset cried. You don't understand what kind of magic this is! You're right, Twilight said coolly. She slowly smiled. I didn't understand magic before, but I do now, and soon I'll understand it a lot more. And so will you. That's what we both want, isn't it? To understand our powers and what they can do. What better way than a duel? Not like this, Sunset shook her head. This is dangerous. So was that first duel, Twilight held over duel disc. You used magic against me then, and we both came out of it fine. I just wouldn't even feel this time. Or are you afraid to duel an opponent you can't bully around with magic? It's not like that at all! Sunset snapped. She clenched her fist and glared. What happened during our duel was an accident. I would never use my powers against you. Don't worry. You won't. Twilight lowered her arm and brought her duel disc back in front of her. Unlike you, I can control this power, and I intend to. If you can take it or not, that's on you now. And if you can't, too bad. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that one way or another, we are not leaving this field until a duel is held. She pressed her hand to her desk, and a card tray ejected an array of jagged purple light. Sunset reached out to her own duel disc. If this is what it'll take to snap you out of it, fine! Her card tray swung out and lit up. Twilight suddenly chuckled. This is a whole new evolution of dueling we're about to witness. I admit, everything else aside, this is kind of exciting. Her aura shone brighter, eyes gleaming. Now, Sunset Simmer, let's see where our magic can really duel. Be careful what you wish for. Sunset leaned forward, coat and hair billowing up behind her. It's time to duel!